me coming back in this room for the first time in a couple years,
Yeah.
I just closed that door, turned off the lights, and it was like, it just felt like it became a volcano just erupting for like 3 or 4 months straight.
Were you upset?
No, I was just able to go back to sleep for a little while and to be tended again and to really continue where I left off and just
Interesting.
disappear into myself for a little while just to put the puzzle together.
Because you've been away.
I've been away collecting pieces of the puzzle, and then I brought it back here and I put it together, I guess. That's kind of how I do it, you know. I usually compare it to like sleeping and dreaming. Like the thing I love to do is just be asleep and to get these dreams in my head and just all these symbols, these rich symbols, you know, things far beyond the catalog of human understanding and experience. But then in order to put that dream to good use and to understand it and to integrate it into your understanding of life, you have to wake up from the dream.
Right.
You have to think about it. You have to think of it rationally and assemble the puzzle. You gotta take the pieces you got from the dream and put it together.
But you didn't dream when you left.
I didn't dream when I left.
You physically left. Like, you weren't asleep.
You mean when I came back to my bedroom? Well, I'm describing two main phases of how I operate. There's sleeping and then waking. And sleeping is collect the pieces, and waking is assemble them.
The pieces, yeah.
So I got to go back to sleep and then for a little bit there.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it was very important to me because I kind of lost that for a little while by going back out in the world, moving to Texas, having my love story of 10 years disrupted by this abusive relationship.
That's sad, but I think we needed to go through that.
I think I did too. I think I needed to destroy these ideals that were created not out of necessity but out of desperation. And I think it was especially important because, I mean, if you read the Tendon and Anita page, you'll see that there was more to that than just a girl I met that one day. This was an archetype within myself, screaming to be integrated with the whole. It was a whole part of my sense of self that I wasn't allowing myself to really to reintegrate with me because I wanted to be fulfilled by someone else. The feminine aspect of myself, which isn't to say womanly, but just those features, the humility, the gentle.
But a lot of that was you projecting.
A portion of it, yeah. How much, I don't know, but there was definitely a lot of that was more so a reflection of my own needs, of my own self. Yeah, but it was just
that shark out.
Yeah, I think a lot about that, man. I haven't even explained to you I haven't even typed it online. I had to kind of come to a point where I had so much stuff I needed to tell the world that I just needed to focus on my healing and giving my hands a rest, or else I'd never recover. But I have so much I need to type. Just about things I've discovered about my identity. I divide it into like 5 different. I've explained to you my model. It's damn it, I'm blanking out. I describe it like the limbs and the.
Yeah, I remember you described that to me.
It's the appendages, then it's the extremities, then it's the gloves. Yeah. There's the main, and this is like the head. I do map it against my own body. The head would be my ultimate self. That would be who I'm attempting to be. But the main part of me is just choir. It's everything. It's the core. But then I'd have like these 2. Out of my 5 appendages, only 2 of them are ones that I inhabit. Meaning there would be Corey, which was the.
Do you associate that most with your adolescence?
Yes. I associate that more than just being adolescent. I associate that with automaticity, the sense that this was the automatic self when I'm just playing by the rules, playing by my limited understanding, not questioning what's being sold or said to me.
Is that how people know you as? Like, if we were to refer
No.
She
The name, you mean?
Yeah.
She's aware of my different names. But she does call me Corey because it's under those circumstances that she met
She
me.
met you.
It was the first time that I had willingly gone by that name in over 10 years. Because I had, like I told you, I went back to church and I knew people were going to be calling me that anyway. So it was a time for me to try to come to terms with it and to change the associations I had with it.
Now, because of that experience at church, do you think that's...
I think the test is still ongoing.
Okay.
And I think it's not... At first I was thinking I'm going to go back to church and I'm going to be fair with these people, and you know that the mission had to do with relationships and me being fair with them, and you know we all mess up.
Who did you go to get sushi with today? Okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't think this was about accepting them or seeing them in a new light, which I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to go there and say, they're not as bad as I thought. I was being a jerk and projecting my own demons on them. You know, everyone's human. We're all seekers. But I didn't learn that at all. I found out that they were just as misguided and even manipulative and judgmental as I remember. So instead, the mission, I realized, is it's not about that. It's not about my perceptions. It's about my reaction, my reactionary process.
So what was your reaction to realizing?
Back then, it was fuck you. I'm gonna go live alone. I'm gonna screw the world. And
but I mean, most recently, it seems to have taken.
I'm fighting the original, the previous one.
So it's mainly you contesting that, battling that, as opposed to.
It's me trying to say this is how it is, and this is not going to upset my path again. That it's me trying to not be deterred. I'm trying not to wave with the wavering world.
Yeah.
Because that's no life to live.
Well, that's what you've done.
For a time.
For a time.
For what, the isolation?
So you know that's no life to live.
I know, that's a dead end, and literally, death. It leads to death. This place is death.
Yeah.
The song. Yeah.
Deftones.
I love that name.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be my autobiography. But instead I picked this dumb, dainty name.
Chino has a really cool method
for the song titles.
For song titles.
Yeah.
I've always thought.
They're my favorite. Rocket skates.
And the song is nothing about. It's like, why don't we just.
That sounds like a curse word.
Yeah, rocket skates.
It's like a curse word from the 1960s. Well, with the time we still have, do you want to do anything else with it?
I'm not sure.
What are you feeling? Oh, well, I just filled that up. Why am I still holding this? So,
I'm just yelling at the water gallon. Oh no.
Wait, is this? No. It's still in there.
Oh no. Yeah, it's still in there.
It was funny because right here. So it was like a sleepwalker's pose.
Ooh, me?
Yeah, it was just like, how'd you get over here, dude? Like, do you know where you are? What you're yelling at the watermelon?
Oh no.
Yeah. It's like a kid in the middle of the night, they're sleepwalking, and they're like, I peed my bed. You know, it's just like, oh no, what have I done? I did a bad thing. So is there anything, I know, you said before that you feel like, I think you're being somewhat hard on yourself about like expectations of how much we accomplish, how much headway we make in these meetings of ours.
Yeah.
But I think that it really depends on how you look at that, and I think that
to me, it's not as much pressure. I think it'll come together.
Yeah, and well, I think the most necessary part is our relationship. You know, the understanding each other, being able to work together, and to understand, to cover each other's weaknesses, and to exalt each other's strengths.
Yeah. So
that's
and
so
also
important.
There's a common ground too. Like
lots of them.
We started with the music and just you discussing this and the ideas and like where.
You mean a
strengths
format?
lie.
Is that what I mean? Like there's a common format?
Yeah.
It's very intuitive the way we go about it, and there's no resistance either. It's just like we always.
We both have that.
Everything that gets brought up, every topic or every, and this,
yeah,
we just jump on that train car.
That's kind of how I operate too. Mm-hmm. That's how my mind works. It's always in the on the topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it can get sidetracked so easily.
I think the problem with me is I see how absolutely everything can be fit into our scheme. And so it's not about getting sidetracked as much as opening my arms a little too wide and trying to fit everything into this little fucking funnel.
Yeah, that can be over ambitious.
Bit grandiose, yeah. But at the same time,
Yeah, why
who's
not
to
let
say?
it be?
We haven't seen the turnout yet. It might be
I always
glorious.
think in terms of time and how time is utilized.
Yeah, we want to be simpler in the beginning too. With
Yeah.
just our ambitions. I mean, we're not coming out with sword candy yet.
Sword candy's a brilliant marketing idea, though.
Do you really want to do swords?
Or knives, yeah.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
or
weird.
knives.
Just like gummy weapons. Just like
Yeah. Well, what's cool about it is not so much the shape. The shape is cool too.
Yeah.
The concept of taking the circus peanut and adding different flavors. It's never been done before. As
I
far
don't
as we
think it
know.
has. Should we look that up first?
No, I don't think anybody cares enough to document.
Bitch.
There's a whole.
We could just say that we're the first ones to do it. No one will contest us.
Who's gonna contest it?
I mean, not especially if we look like that. Who's gonna tell that guy he doesn't get the first chocolate circus peanuts?
Yeah, they're probably not gonna contest much with whatever that guy has to say. That guy's got it.
Hell no. Hell no.
Can we take that? Can you just screenshot that real quick and?
This guy's a circus peanut in
it'll-
his own right.
It'll come in handy if you screenshot the guy.
I'm gonna like keep screenshotting the screenshot and just zoom in each time.
Until it's just like a pixelated mess.
Yeah, but it only goes so far. I mean, I think the phone can only handle so much of this.
I must use your restroom again.
Okay. Do you want me to clear the way for you? It might be weird in my family if you just walk up without me. Maybe at this stage.